Good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's episode of ERP. That's right, ERP, three little letters that stands for Elon's Raging Pelvis.
Really? I thought you were gonna go for Ham Slamish.
Nope, it's definitely Elon's Raging Pelvis. You can ask Grimes what that is like. So, yeah, topical, because, she's pregnant. Anywho, picking up where we last... Yeah, she is. Picking up where we last left off, not in the tabloids. The Devil's Advocates attending a lecture at the College of Ioun from guest lecturer Pavel Utragard, a bishop of the ranks of Akron. The group learned about this religious section's belief system about the paired gods Akron and Akra. The lecture was short and not so sweet, and during a question and answer period that followed in order to fill some time, some form of specter rose out of a book that the supervising professor was reading. Dispatching the creature with relative haste, the rest of the students who were auditing or listening to the lecture left the room, leaving the Devil's Advocates with Bishop Utragard to ask some questions. Things got tense. Somebody tried to stab him. Turns out he was a duplicate. Yay. So that happened. And then a complete change of pace happened. When we all went to the Snedius household to attend Orville Snedius's 18th birthday party. Some of you partook in the cake that Alastair so expertly put the corpse fruit cider in. And some of you saw familiar family members. Others saw family members you may have never heard of before. And one of you had a revelation about the origins of your abilities. You all went to bed for the night, and the session ended, unfortunately, with Saint Snedius waking up to find that his dog Orville had passed away peacefully in his sleep at 18 years old. So that is where we left off. So we will get to that in 1 second. Rest of you four. You wake up relatively early. You all kind of turned in probably a good hour or two before you're used to. You can hear the rain outside. It's kind of heavily battering on the wooden roof of the inn, and on occasion you can hear the roar of thunder, and through the windows you see the occasional flash of lightning. This is quite the thunderstorm. So at this point, it's morning. The four of you are up. Zaz, up much earlier than them. What would you four like to do?
What's going on?
Nothing. It's raining outside and nobody's hurt anybody.
So there's nothing to fight, there's nothing trying to kill us.
Well, you could go find something, but don't think that would do very well in town.
Speaking of town, can we leave this place yet?
At least you don't have to worry about the ranks of Akron being here. Apparently that guy being some sort of illusion.
Independently, nobody cares that you left.
Yeah, so, that's... It's a bit worrying. I thought I'd have more of an impact, unless he had a really good poker face, and I'm not...
Or maybe he's not one of the people that, like, maybe you, whatever it has to do with you leaving isn't something he's supposed to deal with. Maybe it's somebody else. Yeah.
Well, for today, we have no idea what to do. If somebody wants to contact Zane, sure. If not, I am going to read. I'm going to take out that book that I stole from the professor. Just start flipping through it.
Are
Okay.
we talking in the hallway, or is it in like the common area for where we're staying?
Common area.
I assume you guys have come down to the common area.
Okay. I'm eating breakfast.
Okay. What's for breakfast, Az?
Mushroom soup.
You're on brand, and I like it. Zaz, while you're eating this mushroom soup, you swear you hear from just before every bite, you swear from your shoulder you hear a tiny no.
Shut up, he didn't know.
Michelle is still having problems. Really sorry.
She?
Yep. You can't hear anybody.
Yeah, I didn't hear whatever John just said.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well,
Technical
let's
difficulties.
technical difficulties. Can you hear us now?
Difficulties.
I didn't hear the beginning of your technical difficulties sentence. But I heard you say technical difficulties.
Well, that was the whole sentence.
Okay. Well, give me 1 second. I'm going to try something. We're going to put a little pause in the stream. We're having a connection issue. So give me 1 moment, please.
Remember, if you like what you're listening to, especially this giant pause, make sure to, just like keep doing you or whatever.
Hear that, Lisa? Keep doing you. As you were the only one in stream watching.
Yeah.
Our biggest fan.
Our only fan.
Thank you, John.
I'll organize some raids from Danger Chief. He'll be all right. He's speaking of Danger Chief, he's doing quite well for himself.
Nice.
Oh. Proud of him. Shout out, fan.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
Lisa, you are our fan, our friend. You're many
And
things. An
just
amazing
because-
artist.
Just because you're a slave tied up in the basement, forced to do our art and watch our stream the whole time and comment does not mean that you can't be our fan.
At this point, the Stockholm Syndrome is already taken. In fact, I've taken off the chains, don't worry.
We
Oh, well,
switched
that's
to
good.
Wi-Fi. No, are you a dog?
No tears.
No,
All
no.
right. The joys of playing over the internet. Sometimes audio goes strange. Spoolie, can you hear us now?
Well, I can hear you currently.
Testing.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll try that.
Alrighty.
Okay. So,
My ping looks good.
okay. Well, let's pick it back up. Where was I? Ah, yes. Zaz is being a cannibal.
I said mushroom soup, not elf soup.
I know, but I like to think that you're half a mushroom because you're such a fun guy. Anywho.
No.
Yes,
Aw, no.
it happened. It happened. All right, so Quirin, you were flipping through that book that you stole from the stack of books that the professor had, correct?
I thought he left only the one book behind.
Yeah, he left it on the desk. And
Yeah.
Oh,
ran
I
off
see.
and
Yes.
went.
Okay.
Yeah, the book that
yes.
summoned the smoke thing.
Right. Excellent. Okay. Are you looking for anything in particular, or are you just perusing it?
I am reading it.
Okay, so you're just kind of picking it up and seeing what's in it.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and make a Arcana check for me, please.
Yeah.
First
Arcana.
roll of the night.
21.
21. Okay. So, interestingly enough, this book appears to be written about theories relating to the existence of other prime material planes and how one would go about traveling between them. The first chapter appears to be a very incomplete history of something called spelljammers, ships that would travel theoretically between two prime material planes, or at least where they would be located. It's a very, very dense and dry book, however. You're not, from these first couple pages that it takes you, you're able to trudge through it, but from the first couple pages, you're not entirely sure what about this book would have summoned the smoke creature.
The smoke creature at that point do not care.
Right.
Immediately engrossed in this book.
All right. I suppose you would be. Rest of you. Zaz is eating. Quirin is reading. Alastor Mo, what are you two doing?
I'm going to take a nice stroll to the Sinetti's household to check on Zane.
Okay.
I just came down for breakfast and am trying to pound off as much time on that intelligence tome as I can.
Okay.
So I'm just kind of
You're
trying
reading.
to read that in one hand and eat reading.
Okay. So the time that you will be able to get through that will be determined by what happens next.
How slowly Alastair walks.
Sure. Let's go with that. All right. So, give me 1 second here. Zane. At this point, the end of last session has just happened. And you find
Wanna make me
yourself
hurt again.
sitting in the backyard at the base of Orville's grave with that book in your lap, having just told you that Orville will not be going to the afterlife he so rightfully deserves, but your patron will be using his soul for a much greater purpose. Zane, could I get you to roll a D100 for me, please?
Okay. Oh, that's 63.
63, let me check the chart here.
So close to perfection. 6
I
points.
know, right? So close.
Interesting. You feel a hand on your shoulder, Zane.
I look up and turn.
Turning and hoping to see Faith, or maybe your father or your mother. Instead, standing there in a dark robe,
Ah,
looking over a pair of glasses, is Victor Latimer. Kind of looks at you solemnly and goes, the loss of a pet is a very hard thing. So I'd like to offer you my condolences at this moment.
I don't say anything. I just get up and walk inside.
He, as you go to walk away, his grasp on your shoulder is a lot more stern than you expect, and you actually find yourself held back. As you kind of come to meet him and he's holding you there, he turns and looks at you and says, "If you had just listened to me and gone to Walden, you could have saved him."
At this point, can I thrust my shoulder to get out of his grasp?
Make a strength check.
Oh boy.
Let's say athletics.
Athletics, that's not much better.
Yeah.
17.
Would you like to know what Latimer scored on that?
Oh, what?
As you go to push away, his arm doesn't even budge.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
And his grasp tightens. Zane, you note that his hand is very, very cold. He's kind of looking at you. So what are you going to do?
I'm sorry, I just thought of. Do you remember that YouTube video, Shoes?
No.
Okay, well, Zane replies.
Oh, wait, yes, I do. I remember now, yes.
Zane
Okay.
replies, "I'm gonna do what I want."
Kind of nods his head and goes, "Well, as I warned you before, something is coming for your one friend.
Sorry, you cut out.
Something is coming for your one friend. And I think he should be arriving today." I suggest taking my advice and just staying out of it. Suddenly, Zane, you hear your father go, Zane, as you look towards the back door of the house, you see your father and he's kind of looking. Zane, what are you doing?
Is Victor Latimer still with me?
You turn to look. Make a perception check.
Hot minute. Oh, sorry. Did I not do that right?
No, it's right. It's just taking sweet time.
Oh, isn't it exclamation point R?
Oh, you did backwards. That be it.
Got him. 17.
17. No, he's not. But strangely enough, even in the rain, there seems to be a portion of the air that's not quite the same, almost a mist that's floating away.
I go inside.
Okay. At this point, Zane, kind of sit in your home at the table, where last night there was both laughter and tears. Now there's no longer any laughter. The decorations from the night before, ironically, still hang, and party hats remain on the table. And at one chair at the head, where your father usually sits, there's a small box on it. It was used to lift Orville up to the height of the chair. There's a small plate with some scraps of blueberry cake on it. You sit there in silence with your parents, which is broken by a knock at the door. Your father stands up, walks to the door, opens it, and finds Alastair standing there. I assume you're smiling,
Yeah.
Alastair.
Hello, Mr. Synedius. Arthur, good morning. Is Zane up?
Arthur kind of hangs his head and goes, We've all been up for a while.
Oh, well, it's good to hear. It's a lovely day. I mean, if you don't mind the rain.
Perhaps you should come inside.
Absolutely.
He leads you into the house. It's quiet, though the house itself, with its dark woods and various, fabrics and carpets and whatever, is typically a very warm, welcoming interior. Tonight, it feels hollow, as if something's missing. And you're led into the dining area, and you see Zane and Janira sitting at the table.
I feel like this is an intervention for me. What's going on?
Orville passed last night. And we got a cat.
Yeah.
Those redwater cats.
They're fucking everywhere.
Fucking aggressive as shit.
I don't say anything. I just pull out a chair and sit down and. I'm so sorry for all of your losses. He truly was a good boy. I wish I had known him longer. I'm sorry. Is there anything I can do to help? Is there any last rites or anything I could do?
Everything's been done. If you feel like it, you can bless the spot, I suppose, but everything's been done.
Sure. Where is he?
I get up, and without a word, I take him into the backyard.
I go and kneel and pray by the fresh dirt.
Thank you.
It's hard. It's hard losing someone that you care about, especially if it's. I don't know, I never really had pets, but I imagine he was part of your family.
I mean, I've had fish, but Orville was a big part of our family for 18 years.
And that's an incredibly long life for a dog. Well, he got to tell everyone how he felt last night.
Yeah.
Well, I should probably leave you to your family. We're at the inn. Just pop over when you're ready.
Okay.
And I'll kind of slowly walk out of there through the awkward ambiance of the solemn house.
Okay. As Alastair leaves, Zane, is there anything you wish to speak to your parents about?
No.
Okay. How do you spend the next little while?
and just sitting around, not doing anything.
Okay.
And Zane's kind of at a loss.
Right. Okay. Alastair,
Yes.
as you begin walking back to the inn, you get about halfway through the park that separates where the Synetiuses live and where the inn resides. And it seems like the rain is getting stronger. It's getting darker. The thunder and lightning is getting more frequent. It seems like it's going to be a bad day.
I'd like to stop in the park and just watch and listen to the thunder and lightning.
Okay.
I find that incredibly calming.
I bet. Okay.
Can I make a like religion check or history check or can I read a bad omen? Is there anything like that?
Ooh.
Make a nature check.
Okay. Oh, excellent. Here we go. 13.
It's strange. You're from a coastal city. You're used to pretty bad storms. This seems worse.
I'll put my hood up and briskly walk to the inn to kind of let everyone know to batten down the hatches.
Okay. Mo, you can put down an hour and a half from this point.
Huh.
Okay. With it being over an hour, Quirin, go ahead and make another Arcana check for me, please. And while Quirin is rolling, Zaz, what are you doing with your time? You always intrigue me.
Kind of just like going over my stuff, thinking about stuff, kind of thinking where I'm going to go. We're at a bit of an impasse here where some stuff's kind of come to light. So, yeah, not a whole lot.
Taking some reflection.
Yeah.
All right. Quirin with a 12. The first chapter, after it begins, after your interest is piqued and you try to sink your teeth into it, the density and just the dryness of how the book is written kind of dampens your resolve to get through it and glean as much information as you can. However, you do read that past the outer planes and far into the astral sea, there is considered an edge of reality that borders with the edges of other realities, and by passing through these edges, you can somehow make it to another prime material plane.
Okay.
So at this point, Alastair walks through the door, just fucking soaked, just dripping wet.
It's really quite remarkable out there. It's there's a hell of a storm rolling in, and I've seen some storms in my day. Possibly be prepared for the worst. I don't know if we should let the innkeeper know to if anything needs to come inside or something like that. I've got a bad feeling about this. Also, so he doesn't have to say the news more than whatever. Orville passed away in his sleep last night. He's been buried and laid to rest. And yeah, I said a few words, and he's buried underneath the tree in the backyard.
Shame.
I'm gonna try and reach over for another mushroom on his shoulder.
No! Slap his hand away.
But it is out of respect for Orville, the favorite snack and all, yes.
Are you gonna eat it? Because the last thing it ate one of my mushrooms
No,
apparently
no, no.
died.
It is to leave on the ground for fallen friends.
Eh.
Quirin, are you attempting to pour one out?
Gonna pour one out for his homie? Alright.
Quirin, you normally do that with alcohol.
I'm going to take a moment to try and dry myself off as best as I can.
Okay.
Give myself a slight polish.
Right. Quirin,
Yep.
what is your wisdom score now?
Total of 22 plus 6.
Okay. The storm isn't natural. You know, you're sitting here and you're hearing the pattern of the rain, and it's not the ebb and flow of wind. It's a consistent downpour.
Well, you were saying that the rain outside was coming down harder and harder, yes?
Yeah, it's quite remarkable. Like thunder and lightning, and it's. I mean, I've seen some doozies of rainstorms that have completely washed out whole fleets of ships and fishing vessels, and this has come on fast. This has come on dangerously fast.
That is... Yeah, there is a reasons behind that I do not know. Perhaps talking to Zane and seeing if we can leave. Probably for the better.
Maybe somebody pissed off the Storm Lord. I do agree with you, Quirin. It doesn't feel right. We should leave.
Mo,
So are we
Yes.
going?
your Raven Queen's projection
Mhm.
isn't vibrating, it's pulsing.
Well, that's when you gotta change the setting.
Yeah.
Damn it, Spoolie.
Instead of a, it's very much a.
That can't be good.
What is its battery
just-
running low?
Did it just like is it like still like kind of on my side, or is it just like
Yeah.
in my head? Okay.
It's on your side, and you can feel it's like a thrumming sensation through the entirety of the hilt, because obviously the blade's not out while you're just walking around.
I'll sit it on the table. Is it still like
Yeah. And actually, the you three, Alastair, Zaz, Quirin, you can see this. You can see, like, visibly that it is pulsing. Like, it's shaking the table, and there seems to be some form of like bending the shadows around it.
Oh, does anybody have a way to contact Zane or...
Well, I told him to come by when he was ready. It's important for the family
This-
to grieve together.
That's not going to... I'm gonna just shove away from the table.
this also alarms me. It only makes movement in the presence of undead. So either it's we're being swarmed by the ranks of undead in which the prime material plane is never seen, or it's being triggered by something else. And that bothers me more. I get up with Quern. Put the projection back.
All right, I suppose. I'll put the cloak back on and hood back up.
Just start heading out the door.
All right.
Oh, before I go, I should know the barkeep's name by now, right?
It's a with a town this big, the barkeep actually changes,
Oh, okay.
like shift work.
Is it
Today it's a male halfling.
sir, if there's anything outside that you don't want to be probably destroyed by some sort of horrible torrential rain/storm, maybe you should bring it inside. Maybe batten down some windows.
Oh no, that's okay. For the most part, everything we have outside is horses, and they'll get wet if they get wet.
Well, don't say I didn't warn you. Good day.
All right. You as well.
And then they head out with the rest of them.
Okay. So all four of you are leaving, or is one of you
Yeah.
staying behind?
Yeah, let's
Okay,
all
cool.
head out. If everybody else is going.
Okay. You begin your walk, and like I said, most of you have experienced rain before. Torrential downpours, even more so. Probably Quirin, you're the one who's the most used to battening down the hatches, if you will, with just how you were raised and the nature of your settlement. You guys were prepared for large storms, especially being at the base of a mountain. Typically, the wind causes a surging effect with heavy rain, and there's none of that. It is a consistent pour, and you guys get maybe 150 feet away from the inn, and it seems like somebody turned the dial up just a little bit more. Could I get everyone whose wisdom is over 16 to make a perception check, please?
Does that include me?
Actually, Zane, yes, this would.
Perception, you said?
Never
No
mind. Mine's
perception.
not over 16.
No, mine's on
Oh.
Okay.
Oof.
Come on,
It's tough
guys.
to see.
rely
It's tough
on
to see anything with all this rain. It's pretty tough.
Just gonna
It takes long. Go ahead.
Yeah, just gonna keep pushing towards Zane.
Yeah, it takes a little bit longer to get to the Smitty's household than usual, but you do make it. Mo,
Hmm.
you make a perception check, please.
Alrighty. Shit.
Okay. You think you see something out of the corner of your eye, Mo? You turn to look and it's not there anymore. You're at the Snetty's household. What would you all like to do? Just standing on the stoop. You're getting rained on.
I knock on the door.
Okay. Zane, on the other side of the door. You're trying to be somber and silent as best you can, dealing with the grief of your loss. But you're finding it hard not to be distracted by the ridiculous rainstorm that is building outside. And you can hear trees creaking and hitting against the side of your house. And something starts you as one of the banging sounds is more consistent and patterned. And it dawns on you that someone's knocking on the front door.
Okay. I slowly go to answer.
Okay. You open the door, and there's the rest of the Devil's Advocates. Very moist.
We are aware that this is not a good time, but we might have a problem. A big problem.
Zane looks up into the sky and he kind of knows it's partially the weather to blame.
Not just that, but not in your doorway.
Come in? Question mark, and he steps back.
I just slowly walk in. I assume there's like a coat hook or something.
Yeah, there's a coat hook. Yeah.
Push
I'll
straight
just
through.
leave like the the soggy exterior layers.
Yep.
On the hook. Like
Just
yeah,
try your best. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'll just walk towards the dinner table.
Yeah.
Like the dining room.
If everyone else is going in, I'm going to stay out and watch the storm from the stoop, from the steps.
All right.
As we all, I assume we all sit down. I sit down. At least.
I'm walking in and shifting armor so that way all the water falls out.
Onto the floor?
Of course.
There's probably a good half liter of water that just pours out of Quirin.
Zane looks at Quirin with his mouth slightly open and he's squinting at him just like, what the fuck?
I don't exactly have a coat or cloak.
You could have done that on the stoop.
More important things.
I put the pulsating projection. There's a rhyme.
Oh.
On the table.
Alliteration.
It's still going.
Yes. Stronger now, actually. And Zane, you've seen the projection vibrate before in the presence of undead, as you did underneath the Temple of the Wild Mother in Briar Glen, as well as in the Bone Orchard in Ashbourne. This isn't a vibration. This is a pulsation. Can Zane make just a base intelligence check for me, please?
Okay. Eight. Ooh.
Okay. You know, you're looking at this, you're like, man, this has to mean something.
Normally, it only does actions similar in some vein to that in the presence of undead, which you know, but one, this is different. There's a gigantic storm, which Quirin says is not normal. And the timing just... it's like something's coming.
Zane kind of goes white.
You're...
Make a insight check for that, Mo.
Alright. Oh, alright. Flat roll. I think that speaks for itself. Nat 20?
Zane,
No modifier?
the color is draining from Zane's face. Zane knows something. And with a nat 20, you think he knows exactly what's coming.
You know, don't you?
Someone's coming for you. I don't know who and I don't know to what capacity, but someone's coming for you. And I point directly at Mel.
That shiny-faced bastard.
So somebody's coming for Mo that can change the weather on a monumental degree.
I don't know about the weather. I know he has I know he has one of the projections. I met him almost 20 years ago. One of those faces you can't forget. Face full of metal.
Alright.
Literally.
So you know this man. He is powerful. Should we be facing him or waiting for him in a city full of people?
In this city, not a prayer. I think we should leave.
And go where?
Well, we do have a mission to accomplish.
Alastair, you're still outside?
Yes.
Perception check.
Ooh. Interesting. Come on, baby. Oh, that's not bad. Oof. 6.
My God, guys.
I'm more interested in seeing the lightning and hearing and feeling the thunder than anything else.
You're staring up into the sky and enjoying the storm. And something catches you off guard in the corner of your eye, and you visibly jump as there is a tall, very thin figure standing next to you, wearing a very, very black cloak. Kind of looks down and goes, "You're new."
So are you.
Kind of pulls back his hood, and what you see is kind of an elf. Very pale. He kind of says, looks at you and goes, "I won't enter a home uninvited, but if you could tell anyone else who's inside that Philip is here."
Oh, right.
You've never seen
Can
this
I-
person before in your life, Alastair.
And who are you?
Philip. I just told you. It's very time sensitive. If you could,
Oh, I'm sorry. You just don't look like a Philip. You look more like a Calundrian or some name with a lot of apostrophes. Philip. That's interesting. Okay. Do you have a last name, Philip?
go inside and get the rest of them. Now,
What if I don't
please.
want to?
He just starts walking towards the door.
Okay, fine. I'll go do it. Give me
Thank
one
you.
minute. You said Philip, right? Anyway,
He-
I'll open the door, and there's someone named Philip here.
Out
Is
the
that?
Who's Philip?
I don't
Up.
know.
out towards the door, double time.
Oh no, it's the one that killed the deer.
What?
What deer? What?
I'm gonna turn
And
back to
I
this
follow Mal.
elfin figure.
He's a shadow. As we get to the door, I assume it's not hard to see that Alastair is slightly perplexed by.
Alastair's very confused. He's never seen an elf like this before.
He's
you
a
four have.
Shadar Kai.
Yes, I am.
Gesundheit.
I kind of start tossing the projection up in the air, like just kind of like just barely out of the hand. It doesn't have to do with this, does it? And the weather seems a little bit too perfect, doesn't it?
May I come in?
Sure. Not my
It's
house.
not your house. That's a Synedius.
Philip
Yeah.
is already through.
Oh,
Does
For
Philip pass
everyone-
by Zane?
Yes.
Zane's very confused,
Zane has met Philip before.
but he's still confused.
Ah, okay. Just making sure.
Why are you here?
There's someone coming for you.
I know that. The magpie. If I had to guess, the person that has one of the other three. The
Yes.
only other retrievable one. I'd hate to fuck with that aboleth to try and get the third.
Interesting. We'll see what we can do. However, you five have to go. Did you have to go now?
Did a
To
bit
where?
of reading yesterday. Figured it would be polite to brush up on the Shadowfell. I remember it briefly talking about you people. You don't scare easy.
No,
Why are you scared?
I'm not scared. I've been sent here. I have
By her?
purpose. Yes. You have to leave now. This is not a time for questions or conversation.
I'm going to go into the kitchen and start rummaging for supplies.
Okay. Make a investigation check.
How much
9.
time do we have?
9.
None?
That is yet to be determined. Quirin with a 9. What are you looking for in particular?
Please say sugar.
No.
Non-perishables?
God, no. Breads, meats, cheeses, and one of the books on baking.
Okay. With a 9, you're able to find... It seems like the Synetiuses like their fresh food. There's no dried meats. There's some thawed, what you could gather is probably a venison of some kind. There's no cheeses. There is a nice loaf of bread, probably about a day and a half old. And you find a very beat up, hard to read book on baking.
Taking it all.
Yep. Mo, you were saying to Philip?
We don't have time, do we?
No.
You don't have to worry about the aboleth. I made a deal with him. If I bring him information, he'll give me the third projection.
This is not a time to talk. We need to go now.
Wait, you're coming?
Of course.
Out the door, out the door, out the door.
No. If you go out the door, he'll find you. He's here.
Shit.
Exactly what is going on?
Get inside.
Okay.
Close the door.
Philip kind of looks at you. Is this it? Just you
Yes.
5?
Yep.
Where's your goblin friend?
He left.
So instead
Okay.
we have that thing. I'm gonna point towards Alastair.
I have a name.
A paragon of the platinum one. You seem to like color.
I am the golden talon of the platinum dragon.
Yes, that's nice. Need to leave?
You're going to stand
Power.
out where we're going. And with that, Philip kind of waves his hand. And behind him is kind of a sucking sound as the air itself begins to peel open, almost forming a purple, black-lined portal. He says, "We hide for now."
All
I'll
right.
walk through.
Okay?
I'll take up the rear.
I'm gone.
Right? Zaz and Zane, what are you guys doing?
I'm just following everyone else.
Okay. You all walk through the portal?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alastair, you're the last one in.
Yes.
As you walk by, you look at Philip, and he's looking at you. He kind of looks you up and down and goes, "You're going to attract a lot of unwanted attention."
Before Zane goes in, he takes a longing look out at his family home, and he goes in.
Okay. As you all walk in, Philip follows. And there's a popping sound in the Synetius household. Now empty, as thunder strikes. You feel sick for a moment, all 5 of you. Feel like you've just lost 50 pounds. And as you kind of look down on the ground that you have found your feet on, it's gray, desaturated. As you all kind of look up, you look to a gray sky, and you see dead black trees lining the horizon. You hear a raven caw in the distance as Philip, the Shadow Kai, looks at you and says, I'd like to welcome you all to the Shadowfell.
Oh, shit.
Fuck!
And that's where we're going to take our break.
Okay!
It's getting real, boys!
Picking up where we left off. You all step out of the portal and look across the desaturated, gray, depressing landscape as the Shadar Kai, who once upon a time named himself Philip in front of the Devil's Advocates, turns. Welcome to the Shadowfell.
Philip,
I'm sorry,
I
the
don't-
where?
This shithole
Oh,
the
shit.
Raven Queen has as her stupid place of...
This is her
Oh!
domain.
So, are you going to take us to the Raven Queen then?
No.
Well, how am I going to find out what her name is?
His eyes kind of narrow. Why do you want to know?
As far as I can tell, nobody knows what her name is, and it seems, like interesting information to be able to trade off for something else.
If I remembered, I'd tell you. But I don't think many of us here remembered.
Philip, why are we here? You said that this was a safer place, and
Relatively. You're here to hide. Somewhere where they can't find you. All of you.
How powerful is this thing that was chasing Mo?
Kind of looks down. He could come alone if he wanted to.
the essence that the projection was giving off earlier, it could sense that he was near, couldn't it? Because he has one. They're
In a
attracted-
roundabout way, yes.
Hmm.
It sensed its sister. However, I have other things to attend to. So I shall leave you here. Your tiefling friend should be familiar with the area.
What? Philip, you're being crazy. This is the Shadowfell. None of us are familiar with it. And what are we gonna do here?
Anyone who
Like-
has an intelligence higher than 15, make a religion check.
Higher than 15 or 15 or
Yes.
higher?
15 or higher.
Oh, it's 14.
Can you remind me, is 8 higher than 15?
The fact that you asked that means no.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Religion check?
Yeah, religion.
You may as well let the dum-dums roll.
18.
18. Zane looks a little confused by this, caught off guard by the sudden shift. Quirin, with an 18. Both the Shadowfell, and the Feywild are both reflections of the prime material plane, and therefore, where you are currently standing in the Shadowfell is a desolate version of where the Senetius household would be standing.
Oh.
Ew.
Oh.
You're on the ground that would be Redwater if the world was scorched.
I'm going to relate that to them in a very sarcastic tone.
Of course.
So now we get to
that part
travel
of the
around
belt-
this terrible fucking place.
But Philip, we don't have a way of getting back. And what hiding, yes, okay, we pick a place and we hide, but what are we supposed to do and for how long?
Short period of time. You'll find time works differently here.
Slower or faster?
I have
Well,
much
if-
to attend to. I'll
believe-
return when it is safe.
Uh,
Your shiny friend. Looking at you, Alastair. I suggest you hide yourself.
Why?
Just be aware that those who need to be punished and don't necessarily fall into the criteria to send them to one of the more dastardly outer planes find themselves wandering this desolate landscape. Have fun.
Oh,
And
I
he
was, gonna,
vanishes.
Mm,
I was gonna ask him where the Fortress of Memories is. Damn it.
Well, we have no idea how long we're going to be here, so we can look.
Hmm. That's... If I remember the book right, the Fortress of Memories is a specific realm within the Shadowfell. It's her domain. It's, I guess you could say, her palace.
Well, if this place is accurate to Redwater, then I doubt that such a place would be around here.
Probably be Dragontail, right? That if we're going based off like important places.
Alastair, he told us that you need to hide? We need to conceal you?
I'm going to be very honest. I'm not 100% sure what that means. If he means like, oh, you're shiny and gold, don't be around, or if that means
Fuck. I'll look around to see
Can
what
I-
the fuck that was.
Make a perception check.
Can
I'm
I?
also gonna look.
Can I look?
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone
can we
who's
all look?
looking, make a perception check.
I'm just going to wrap the cloak around
Oh,
me
shit.
Oh.
and kind of like press my back up against a rock
Okay. There's no rocks.
or any structure. I want to just be like try and blend in.
Alastair.
No.
This is a flat, desolate landscape with just charred trees.
Can I try and turn Alastair into a crab?
You don't have to try.
Okay, he's willing. Does that count, or does it?
Yeah, you can polymorph him into whatever you like. Yeah.
Yeah, crab.
Okay. So, let's see. Zaz, you rolled a 19, Quirin a 24.
Yep.
So, both Quirin and Zaz perk up at the sound of this scuttling, the sound of tiny padded feet that seem to be almost dragging across a hardened dirt ground. Zane, you watch your two friends perk up and you go, right, Alastair. And you snap your fingers and you make that eye contact with Alastair, and you both know what's going on. As Crab Laster makes his triumphant return. Mo, looking out for creatures, suddenly Alastair, who is standing next to you, turns into a crab on the ground. It's quite distracting. Zaz and Quirin. You both rolled very high. What you see running behind a tree is a it looks like what you'd imagine like a, how best to describe it, almost like a sea cucumber with legs, with lamprey-like teeth on the front, just kind of vanish behind one of the trees. You kind of, it catches you off guard, and your eyes, Quirin, dart to another tree, and you see a figure, humanoid, standing within the tree trunk.
I'm gonna point everybody's focus to the weird lamprey thing.
They can't quite see it. It has vanished from sight.
Yep. I'm gonna move slowly towards the humanoid figure.
Okay. As you move towards it, it's dark in color. It blends in with the tree. It's facing away from you. It appears naked, maybe 5 to 6 feet tall. It's not moving.
I'm gonna look back to make sure that Crab Blaster is taken care of.
I've picked him up and put him in my pocket.
Okay.
Then gonna try and slowly skirt around away from the tree. Like both those.
Okay. So you're moving as far away, like, so the tree that the lamprey-like thing disappeared behind is to your right, and the one with the humanoid figure is to your left, almost in a Y shape.
Huh. Gonna look back the opposite direction.
Okay. Behind you, there's a larger tree, still charred. Not much else.
Shit. I fucking hate this. Okay. Gonna point Zaz towards the humanoid figure and slowly creep towards it.
Okay. Make a stealth check.
Disadvantage.
Yeah.
So, Quirin, you going after the one and I'm going after the other?
I just pointed towards the one that I'm going to.
Okay, I'm going with you. I also got to roll for stealth, don't I?
Yeah, you'll both have to roll for stealth if you are both approaching it.
Shit. Natural 1 for a 3.
Quirin.
Yeah.
You point Zaz towards it, and Zaz begins stepping ever so lightly as you turn, and as you make that turn, your slowly drying armor rubs against itself and just catches the edge of one piece on the flat part of another. And the result is a... As you watch the humanoid figure slowly turn its head. And its head keeps turning and turning and turning until it's almost completely 180 degrees from where it should be. And then, almost instantaneously, the body whips around and 4 needle-like arms protrude out, and it moves forward to you like B horror movie style. Just, I need everyone to roll for initiative, please.
Fuck.
Oh boy.
No need to lick.
Yeah, I gotta say, that one shot that we did, it was nice having an initiative modifier.
I bet. All right. So, has everyone rolled?
Yep.
I have to roll with the crab's stats.
Yes, you do.
Still better than. They're still the same as us.
Has everyone rolled?
Yep.
Okay. So, higher than a 20. Okay. Higher than a 15.
No, I got a 13.
Okay. Is 13 the highest?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, Christ. Okay. Higher than 10?
8, 12.
Oh, my God.
9.
Oh, no. Zaz had a 2. Alaster had an 8. Oh, my God. And 2 for Zaz. All right, so are you all on the map?
No, I got one more chunk to load in.
There we go. I'm in.
We really need a crab token.
I will make it if this is a consistent thing. So, the creature has now made itself visible and is charging towards Quirin as it is actually its turn. Because you guys rolled like shit. Let's see here.
This is a big map.
It is. There's a reason for that. The creature, the
Uh-oh.
Lost, is going to use its Embrace attack on you, Quirin. That is a 24 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 d10. So you take 18 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And you are considered grappled. Right now, it's holding you. Until the grapple ends, you are frightened. And you will be taking damage at the end of your turns. There is an escape DC. It is an action to try to escape.
Yep.
That brings us to the top of the round. Zane, you just put a laster in your pocket and you look, and there is this creature that has stabbed into Quirin and is just holding him there, just moaning. What are you doing?
Am I able to shoot projectiles at it without it hitting Quirin?
I'm going to say with the angle that you're at, because you're kind of to the side, yes, there's no cover for this.
Okay, then I'd like to just cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Both beams?
Yes.
Yep.
What is it again? +6?
Yeah.
Okay, here's the first one. Ooh.
You'll have to tell me the rolls. Discord's being kind of funny for
Oh,
me.
it was a
Natural
nat
20. Okay, yeah, that hits.
Okay, second one. Basically the same. 23.
Okay. So both hit. So the first one will be 2d10 +6, and then the second one will be 1d10. So you can, if you want, you can roll 3d10 +12.
Okay, 3d10 +12. Whole 1 and 9.
Holy shit. So, Quirin, you feel these spikes dig into your back as suddenly there's a as one of them strikes the creature right in the side of the head, and the other one hits it just below the neck and just that fucking hurt. And it's now looking right at you, Zane. Anything else from you? Movement? Anything like that?
No, that's where my turn ends, I think.
All right. Quirin, it is your turn. It is a
Third level,
strength.
4th false life.
Okay.
Here that is, let me see. Here. Life. Alright, yeah, that would be 1d4 plus 14.
Okay. Oh, actually, I just forgot something. Quirin, before your turn here,
Ah, shit.
before we add this here, My apologies. I was more so focused on the wow, that did a lot of damage. As those 2 blasts hit the creature, Quirin, you feel the spikes dig further in as it's grasping onto you tighter. You are going to take an additional, and I do apologize.
Nope, no worries.
Take an additional 11 points of psychic damage.
Okay. All right, then I add that back. 18.
Yep.
Back up to 26.
All right. Good to know. I'll
And
write that down.
Can't do much else.
Is False Life an action or a bonus action?
That would be an action.
Okay, so at the end of your turn, then, the spikes dig in further. You are going to take. Oh no. 35 points of psychic damage.
I'm down.
Fuck.
As you watch, Quirin tries to heal himself, and the spikes dig in, you just see him go limp in the creature's arms. Mo, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna try and move. I'll move that far.
Okay.
I can't see that other thing, so I'll try and. Has it dropped Quirin? Or
No,
like...
it's in the process of Quirin slowly sliding off of its arms.
Okay, then I'm going to hit it. I'm just gonna throw a chill touch at it.
Okay.
So let me roll that. 22.
22 hits.
Sorry. 9.
9
And
points of
that's,
damage.
Necrotic.
Okay. So watching Quirin slowly slide off, you get close and you kind of reconsider as you watch the lifeless body of Quirin fall to the ground. You throw out, and it's kind of focused on letting its prey slowly fall off of it, and just as it hits it right in the chest. Quirin,
Yep.
you would take damage due to its tightening embrace.
Yep.
So you fail a death saving throw.
Yep.
Oh.
All right. Anything else from you, Mo?
That's it.
Okay, Alastair, you're a crab.
I'm just going to pinch the fuck out of Zane to try and convey a message.
Okay,
Pocket snips.
make an attack roll.
Oh my god.
Zane, what is your armor class?
Oh, my armor class is nothing. It's 13.
No, I can't get it. I'm just squirming a lot in a pocket.
Squirming in the pocket. Okay. Do you want to use any movement?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and escape the pocket and,
Yep.
and jump off, I guess.
Okay.
Is
So
there fall damage?
there is. So now fall damage is determined based on a humanoid falling. Zane, how tall are you?
Like 7 feet?
7
like
feet.
6.
Okay,
no,
so
no, he's like 6'8".
okay, so let's say your pockets are about, let's say 4 feet off the ground, more than likely, something like that. It's every 1d8 for every 10 feet taken. That's kind of based on 60% of the height. How tall is a crab?
I would say I'd say
An inch?
an inch, and yeah.
Inch and a half
Okay.
with the legs fully extended.
Let me get the fucking calculator out here. Okay. So, Okay.
This is some intense math music.
What is your health?
2.
Oh yeah, the minimum damage is much more than 2. Because that's the equivalent of 16d6 fall damage.
Oh my god.
Holy.
That's some rogue numbers.
Like, you fall flat on your head, and Zane, you see the crab kind of fall, and you go, oh wait, oh no, that's probably a good thing. And there's just a, and the crab kind of splits, and Alastair just kind of pops out.
So that would be half my movement, right?
Yeah, half your movement.
Okay, cool. Jeez.
You've used your action.
I know. That's as close as I can get.
Okay.
You could bonus action, right? Or oh no, sorry.
Oh, he's not a rogue.
I know. That's
All right.
all right.
So, Alastair, as you're running forward, you hear a
Nah.
as you look, and you see out of the corner of your eye, coming around the backside, is 3 tiny, horrifying, flesh-looking polyp creatures with 2 legs and lamprey-like teeth that come rushing out from behind a tree.
Maybe they're friendly.
So it is going to run up and make an attack against you, Zane.
I've seen tremors. This isn't good.
Both of them are.
Oh, good.
And one is going to head towards you, Mo. So both Wretched 1 and Wretched 2 are going to make an attack with advantage because pack tactics. Okay, that sucks. Major donkey balls. The first one's attack is a 7,
Okay, so it doesn't hit.
and the second one's attack is a 6. So okay, that was with advantage. So those dice are being melted in the microwave later. They both kind of go to snap behind you when you're able to dodge them, and you're freaked out by these things. Mo, this one does not get advantage on its attack against you. That's a 10.
Not even close.
Not even close, yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, that's going to end their turn. Zaz, you are up. What would you like to do?
Okay. Real quick, Corey, you've seen Tremors?
Yeah,
Huh.
I've seen all of them.
Weird. I just would have put that as a horror movie.
Fair.
Okay. So Quirin's down.
Quirin's down now.
Oh yeah.
If Quirin rolls in that one, he's dead.
Yep.
Fuck. Okay. And Zane, preoccupied. Alastair's back to being human. I'm gonna run up to this dude, and I'm going to do my spore thing, my symbiotic entity.
Okay. Let me make a note of that here, because otherwise I will forget it. And that's a... What type of saving throw around you? Con?
Sick. Put it in my...
Where's the
Right
dex?
there. It'd be... Con.
Con, and it's 14?
Yep.
Okay, and that's at the start of my turns, correct? Just making sure that I have every little piece there.
When it moves into a space within 10 feet of you or starts its turn there.
Okay. All right. Anything else from you?
Nope.
All right. Top of the round. It's the Lost's turn. The Lost is starting its turn there and needs to make its con saving throw. That's a natural 1.
Hooray.
Wow. These dice are not doing great tonight.
4.
4 points of damage. Hey. All damage is damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's going to take a look at you and is going to make 2 arm spike attacks as Quirin is still attached by 2 of its arms. 2 more are going to come and strike down at you. The first one is a 13 to hit.
Nope.
And the second one is a 23 to hit.
Unfortunately.
Yes. That would be 13 points of piercing damage.
Yep.
From that, as it kind of comes down and digs right into your left shoulder. think it's going to end its turn there. Zane, you are up. What would you like to do?
I can move and attack, correct?
Yep.
Okay, I'd like to move backwards.
That will provoke an attack of opportunity.
Oh.
Okay, and they
Okay.
both have advantage because pack tactics.
Excellent.
First one is a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And the other one is a natural 20.
Oh.
So
Okay.
first one does 2 points of damage.
2? Okay.
Yeah. And the other one does
54.
17 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay. However, as they bite onto you, Zane, each one latches onto your leg. And you feel
Great.
rows of teeth dig in. And they're considered attached to you now.
Okay.
Let's see here.
No, none of this, kitty.
Yep. You still can attack and all that stuff.
Okay. This changes things a little. Didn't expect them to do that. Let's see. You know what? No, I'm just gonna cast Eldritch Blast at each of them.
One at each.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll to hit. Oh, Trace.
Here's the first.
20 hits, yeah.
Here's the second. 23.
23 hits, yeah. So it's 1d10 plus 6. If you could roll them separately, please.
I was really hoping that Zane would miss so I could do another Tremors reference.
Okay, yeah. 11.
Okay, 11 and
Yeah.
9. I mean, it's not funny.
No, what is funny though, Zane, is you walk away and you look down, these things are attached and squirming, and you hold your hands right to them, and you see 2 little beady eyes look up as you just light up your hands point blank, and they completely erupt in a black, sticky ichor. They're both detached from you, and they are they're fucking dead. Like, anything else from you, Zane?
No, that's it.
Okay. Quirin,
Yep.
How did you get back up here? Come
death saving throw.
18.
on.
That is a success.
Oh.
Anyone else fucking a little worried there for a second?
Absolutely.
There was a 5% chance Quirin was just dead.
With me, that's more of a 20% chance.
Fair enough. All right. That's your turn, Quirin.
Yep.
Mo, you are up. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna look at the wretched thing and just pump 3 attacks into it.
Okay, make your first attack and then roll damage for it.
Alright. Oh yeah, I guess I could one hit it.
Yeah. They're not necessarily big creatures, but they are quite imposing. Like they're pretty spooky.
25 hits?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it hits. Go ahead and roll your damage on that.
8.
As you just slice it clear in half, and just ichor goes everywhere. You still will have your bonus action attack and a second attack and your movement. What would you like to do?
Well, I'd rather not kill my cleric, so I'm going to move this way and try and, I know we don't play with flanking, but try and make my way around it so that
Right.
when he's not trying to kill my cleric, I can kill him.
If you want, I don't know, Zaz, would you let Mo past you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could go move through Zaz if you'd like.
Okay, so would that be
You could put him right there, yeah, which would put you in
Okay.
5 feet. Yeah.
okay? Yeah, and I'm just gonna Can I hold an action to attack him when I
You've
see him
used
drop
you've
queer?
used your action to
Oh,
attack.
okay, yeah.
Right,
okay.
so-
I'm good with that. All right. I'm done.
So you still have
Yeah.
your bonus attack and all that. And Quirin
he's
at
still-
this point, has fallen off of the spikes.
Okay.
Yes.
So if Quirin is no longer attached, I'm going
Yes.
to attack him.
Yeah, if Quirin was still attached, he would have taken damage.
Yeah,
From the blocks.
I made that mistake once.
Yeah, that's fair. You didn't know. Right? So you get your
so
bonus one, so
that's-
that's the projection.
Yeah. So 2.
Well, you have to roll to attack, right?
Yeah. I'm just.
You're doing the 2d20.
Yeah. So that's a 20 and a 27.
Both hit.
$21.
21 points of damage. All right. So, Zaz, you feel Mo kind of just brush past you lightly. And Mo, you're actually kind of caught off guard because as you get within range of Zaz, there's just kind of like little things in the air that weren't there before that are a refreshing splash of color in this otherwise gray landscape. And even though you're a little distracted, you come back with your offhand strike, taking off one of the creature's arms as your main hand comes up and slices right up what would be the belly of the creature. Anything else from you, Mo?
Yeah, that's it.
And the continuing adventures of what do you want to do, Alastair?
Okay, I have 30 feet. Fuck. Okay. Since I can't quite get to him, I'm going to cast Bless on the three of my compatriots beside me.
Okay.
So they get D4s on attack and saving throws.
Ooh.
It's in the name.
No, it's a death save, not a death saving throw.
Death saving throw.
It's a death save. I'm not sure if a bonus to saving throws counts on death saves. 1 second here.
I've never heard of it working on death saves.
No.
See, I've heard it signed both ways, so it's.
That's what I'm seeing here is that it works both ways.
Jeremy Crawford says otherwise. says it is affected, but you're the DM, so
Yeah, exactly.
final
So
call.
we'll talk to Jeremy Crawford if that comes up.
Let's call him. That would be cool.
1 sec here. Conscious.
Either way, everybody else gets blessed. Or
Yes.
whatever.
Yeah, I'd like to keep it as a 50-50 thing.
Interesting. So it's 50-50 for today. We will say that they are saving throws. However, I'm not entirely sure how that goes because they're death saves. So that's a bit different. But regardless, if you want to add the D4 due to bless, so be it. So, anything else from you, Alastair?
No.
All right.
That's it.
Okay, so with that, you hear a as suddenly from another tree comes another pack of these small creatures. You get to that there. They're moving in fast. Zaz, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay. Sorry, pardon me. Let me just quickly check something. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Erupting Earth right in the center from where those little guys are.
Okay, give me 1 sec here.
The little guys. The boys.
Range. Like right about there-ish?
Yep.
Okay, and how much damage does that do?
They gotta make a dex saving throw of 14.
Okay.
If they succeed, they get half. Otherwise, they take the full 3d12.
God.
It's like
Failure,
pulling out-
success, failure. So 2 fail, 1 succeeds.
It's
We'll see
like
what-
pulling out a
what the
12
damage.
gauge for a mouse problem.
Yeah, pretty much. So on a save, they take half.
Yep.
So you see one actually try and jump up off one of the mushrooms that erupts from this gray earth. And as he tries to jump up, another one comes and crushes him between the two as there's just a... as all 3 of them are dead. That's an effective maneuver. Anything else from you?
Let's see if there's anything else I can do. I wouldn't be able to cast that spell and a cantrip. No, that's concentration. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm good.
Okay. Top of the round. The Lost is going to attack, and it is going to take 2 arm spike attacks. Actually, you know what? It's going to attempt its embrace attack on you there, Mo. That is a 21 to hit. I'm assuming
Shield.
that hits. Does
I'm
that
gonna-
put you up over 20? 21? Sorry?
17 plus 5.
All right,
make it
perfect.
22.
So as your reaction, you see it come in, and you know what this does. As you do it, and you throw up, and tung 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 tung, you hear it hit this spectral shield that's forming around you. And the other one that is now stuck up behind Zane is going to make an embrace attack against him.
Oh, fuck.
Oh!
That is just a 20 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
So as Mo kind of shrugs it off, you hear Zane cry out as Zane, you no. Oh.
Zane's gonna fucking die.
You take 28. Sorry, hold on. 31 points of piercing damage.
Are you fucked?
No, I'm not.
31?
Yeah.
Okay,
And
give me
you are considered grappled.
Yep.
You are considered frightened, and you will be taking damage at each of the end of your turns. It is an action to attempt to escape.
Zane's pretty hurt.
Yeah.
DM,
Yes.
I get to make an opportunity attack against the dude.
Is it within range?
Within range.
All right, go ahead.
And I get to cast a spell in place of actual melee attack.
Yes, you do.
I'm a chill touch that bitch.
Okay.
It's finally happening.
This is due to Sentinel, correct?
Sentinel and Warcaster.
Yes, it's a combination of the two.
Yep. Whoop. Oh, I almost screwed that up. Does 19 hit?
19 hits, yes.
6 damage.
Okay. With Sentinel, is it when it declares an attack or when it makes an attack?
The Sentinel. When a creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack against a target other than you.
Yeah, it'd be within range because Warcaster.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Wait, what?
Well, it's not that lost. It's lost down by Zane.
No, because I was talking about the original one attacking Mo.
Oh, attacking Mo. Okay,
Yeah,
then yeah.
it's just
Yeah,
we did
because
kinda-
Warcaster would add range to that as well. Yeah, I'd rule it as that. So that one, yes. So, yeah, that would hit.
Mm.
So go ahead and roll your damage. It was 6, right?
Yep.
You guys have done 69 damage to it.
Nice.
Hey.
Hey,
Nice.
nice. All right, it's looking pretty rough as it's trying to slowly scrape at that shield. Zane, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I didn't think it was top of the round already.
You can use your action to
Yeah, I'd like to
escape.
use my action to escape.
Okay, make an athletics check for me, please.
Athletics. Oh, good. Good.
It's a -1, isn't it?
It's a 9!
You squirm and you just can't free yourself from its grasp as its claws are digging in the back of you. That's your action and you can't move. Do you have a bonus action or anything like that you want to do?
He just screams out.
Okay, because you're about to take 68 damage.
What? Right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zane's down.
From 60, not 68, 6d8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
That's when I was like, what the fuck?
You take 28 damage.
Okay, Zane's down by 1.
Like you're at -1 health?
I had 27 health left.
Oh, fuck. So Zane is down.
Yep.
As Zane's body slowly begins sliding off this thing's spike,
I'm so
Quirin.
scared.
Yep.
death saving throw.
Is this it?
That's a fail.
That's a failure.
Is this it?
Nope.
we dead?
I'm still alive.
Okay.
Whose
Mo.
heartbeat's going?
Yeah.
Mo, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
3 attacks.
All right.
Okay, for
Sorry,
real though,
nothing.
stop that.
Sorry. Anxious.
First one hits. Go ahead and roll damage on that first.
Oh, okay. Eight.
8 points of damage. As it's clawing against your shield, you reach out with a main hand strike and you lop its head clean off. It's dead. You still have movement and you still have your bonus action attack and your other attack. What would you like to do?
Shit. I'll try and run towards the other one.
Okay.
Now, before I make the same mistake twice, has it dropped Zane yet?
It's in the process of doing so.
Okay, I'm just gonna wait then, because if
Okay.
it hasn't dropped him, then
Yep.
yeah.
Alastair, you're up. What would you like to do?
I am going to use 5 movement, and I am going to pump 10 hit points into Quirin
Okay.
with my lay on hands.
Welcome back,
And-
Quirin.
Then I'm going to go 25 feet back this way. Then I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Misty Step. And
Okay.
have another 30 feet. Shit. So
On
right there.
top of
Yeah,
that
right
thing.
there. That thing's kind of just on the ground here. Let me.
There.
It got repelled back by that Eldritch Blast.
Yeah. All right.
And that is all I can do.
Okay. Zaz, you are up. What would you like to do?
Probably gonna cast a spell. Kind of my thing.
Yeah.
I got the good old measurement tool here.
Yes. I often forget that there's a measurement tool.
always forget.
Mm-hmm.
It's like my favorite.
It's great.
Cool, I got more than enough range. Just from here, I'm gonna moonbeam the other lost one or whatever it's called.
Because of course you are.
Because it's 120 range, so I might as well use it. It's my boy.
So it's a saving throw for me, correct?
Yes, indeed.
DC 14?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, it doesn't succeed. Doesn't matter the type of saving throw.
Hurrah,
That's what I'm
hurrah.
talking about.
2d Spanish word for 10. 13 damage.
13 damage. Nice. And because it's still holding on to Zane,
Son of a fuck.
Zane, you are going to fail a death saving throw.
Son of a fuck!
You roll a nat 1.
Held
You roll a
on.
nat 1, you're fucked.
Watch me roll in that one! Is it my turn?
No, it's the Lost's turn, which now
Son-
starts its turn and drops Zane. Starts its turn in the Moonbeam. And that is a 14, so it does save, so it takes half damage.
Okay.
Seven. All right. It's going to look at Zane unconscious on the ground and look at Alaster. Just going to move that to the side. And it's going to run to Alaster and attempt to make its embrace attack. 12!
Misses.
That it does. So it kind of goes to reach around you, and ting, 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 you hear its claws scratch against the back of your armor. That's all it can really do. Zane, I need you to make a death saving throw. Just roll a d20.
Okay. Oh, before this happens. Oh, okay, I'm gonna press the button now. Oh.
Oh, succeed.
One success. All right, you have
my
one fail, one
urethra.
success.
Oh.
Your urethra? Is that what you just
Yeah.
said? Okay.
Yeah. That is what I said.
Quirin, it's really your second turn. What would you like to do?
I'm going to stand up, taking 15 of my movement.
Yep.
3. How far away? 55. Means you should still be in range for my healing word, which is 60 feet.
Yes, it is.
That would be level 2, which would be an automatic 14 points of healing.
All right, Zane, you're brought back with 14 points. Just
Okay.
All right, you're back in the fight, Zane. Anything else from you, Quirin?
Nope.
All right, Mo, you're up. What would you like to do?
I'm going to come this way
Okay.
and pump 3 attacks into him. And I forgot about the +4 last time. So
that's fine. Yep. Pump your 3 attacks in. And you kind of, your internet kind of screwed you a little bit there, because it sounded like you said you're going to hump 3 attacks into him,
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
which is
Latency.
horrifying.
Plus.
Just fucking an axe sticking out of his pants, and just mo, 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 mo.
I assume those all hit, because that's +12.
Yeah. Oh, yep, those are all hit.
Alright, just gotta check.
It'll be a +4 for each, correct?
+8 with my attack modifier, and then plus an additional 4 from Bless. That's
plus a
+12.
D4.
Oh, plus D4. Okay,
Yes.
Yeah.
That's fine, but even without bless, they all hit.
I don't know why I thought 4.
Yeah. Well, you heard
It's-
4, right? It's not a
yeah.
huge deal. They all hit.
Um. $27.
27 points of damage. All right. So, Mo, you run up, seeing Zane's eyes open, and just shoo, 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 as the creature kind of stunned, just as black ichor is kind of flowing from it. Anything
Actually,
else from you, Mo?
I've never done this. Action Surge isn't an action; it's a special.
It's a special thing, yes.
I'm gonna pop my Action Surge for
You get another attack.
another attack. Plus 8. Plus 1d4.
That should still be.
Oh,
need
I
the spaces.
yeah.
That's all right.
15?
15 just hits.
Nice. So that's
Just a 1d8.
Yeah. Six. Low roll.
It's looking really rough as Mo just gives it that last extra push to bring in one last kind of awkward swing with his main hand. Alastair, you are up. What would you like to do?
I'm going to cast Searing Smite at first level,
Okay.
and I am going to attack it.
All right.
Oh my god. Critical fail.
Roll a d6 for me.
Okay. Two.
Okay. You just miss. You're lucky it wasn't a 1. Because it would have had you roll damage on Zane.
Yeah. Bless is now gone, by the way.
Yeah, because of concentration. All right. Anything else from you, Alastair?
No.
Alright.
I think I'm good.
And Zaz.
Hi.
Hi.
Gonna move the circle onto the dude.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move the circle, I guess. Whatever.
But before I do it, I like summon my chair and sit down, and then move the circle.
Okay.
Cool. That's it.
He's just moving his orbital laser cannon.
So he enters the space for the first time, so he takes damage from that, correct? And he fails the saving throw.
Love this.
Come on, Jordan, for the win.
Oh!
Guys.
So as you sit down and get cocky, you call Moonbeam over, making like a Vogue pose, and just just not quite the impact you were hoping for.
Sorry, this never happens.
All right, it's now the lost.
I must be tired. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, it's the lost turn. He starts his turn in Moonbeam. That's a fail.
Hooray.
Get your damage again. Oh man. So as it doesn't quite make the impact the first time, you're like, no, wait, hold on. As the creature just erupts into flames and turns into a charred husk. You're now out of initiative order. What would you guys like to do?
I'm going to lay on hands on Zane, another 10 hit points.
All right. So Zane, you can take your hit points there.
Okay. Zane still falls to his knees. He's still pretty weak.
I've got you, man. It's all right.
Everybody get close. Everybody. Oh, fuck. I'm just gonna crumple onto the ground and start a prayer of healing.
The episode
Alright.
in which Quirin says "fuck."
Takes 10
Okay.
minutes, then it's 2d8 plus 6.
All right. So everyone who wants the healing.
I'll roll for it.
I'm not gonna say how much damage I took. That
I don't
would
think
be
you took
rude.
any.
16 for
Yeah.
everybody.
16 points of healing for everybody.
Okay.
Basically, just gray light washes over me and goes, "No, you're already full." Okay.
Yeah, though those who took it hard.
Heh. Nice.
It hurt real bad.
Nice. No, yeah, you weren't real bad right away. Like, oh, it's like, oh, why did Quirin go for it? This is a hard hitting thing.
Alright. So before we travel around someplace, where are we going?
Can we look around to see if there's like any structures or shelter or like any place that like, you know, like we would feel safer, at least defending.
Go ahead and make a perception check. I saw that, Jordan.
Quinn,
Yeah.
Quinn, we're not in Redwater anymore.
Very fucking fascinating.
13.
Yeah. No, there's nothing here.
I hate
This
this
is
place. I hate it so much.
I'm gonna cast Divine Sense. I know this is a stupid idea because it's just gonna be like, yeah.
Hmm.
But I'm casting Divine Sense, so
And
good,
that's looking
evil.
for undead or good evil?
Celestial Fiend Undead within 60 feet.
Okay. Actually, no.
We seem to be safe for the time being.
And interestingly enough, Alastair, typically Divine Sense would pick up the bodies of creatures because they're still technically that thing. These aren't undead.
Oh.
Go ahead, actually make a religion check for me, Alastair.
Oh boy, I'm real good at those. I paid attention in Sunday school. I get some money. Oh, no. Dude. 13.
13. Actually, you do remember hearing, it's hilariously not actually a Sunday school quote teaching. It's more of an old wives' tale, saying that if you're not a good boy, the Raven Queen won't send you to heaven. She'll instead keep you as a pet and turn you into a monster.
No, I think these are your playthings. Your pets.
Uh,
Oh, it's something something my mother used to tell me as a child. These are the souls of people that weren't good enough to get into the afterlife, and they've been turned into.
And just to clarify, not good enough to get into the good places, not bad enough to get into the bad places, or anything like they're just that layer of
Spicy
Limbo.
purgatory.
almost purgatory. They have sinned, but not so severely that they deserve to be punished for it.
So it's meh hell.
Yeah.
They cheated on their taxes.
Well, there's one here called the Lost, and there's another called the Wretched. So you can take that as you will.
But this, what about the? But does that cover the people like, the people that wouldn't be good enough for like Mount Celestial or like those places? Would they also end up here?
Make a religion check.
Alrighty. What's religion? Oh. $11.
As far as you know.
Hmm. All right, what do we want to do?
Back to back. Wait, maybe sit under a tree. Disguise ourselves. Burrow in the sand. No, I'm thinking like a crab again. I don't know. We have to find shelter, some kind, or make some.
the only way to find it is to travel, which means more of those things. More of those twisted abominations from the hypocrite queen. Or
Why don't we just sit down for a minute here? I know it's not ideal, but
I say we go sit under that big tree.
maybe somebody can climb it, try and see something.
Sure, I could do that.
All right.
Head over to the tree.
All right, you're climbing the tree?
Yep.
I believe that would be a athletics check.
Real
His
bad at
eyes.
those.
Google says he fails.
26.
Looks like Corin loses 2 gold.
Yep.
Actually, Alastair, you're able to climb this incredibly easily. Not only is it like ragged and rough and easy to find places to put your fingers, it seems incredibly sturdy. Although it looks like it's burned, it appears to be alive.
Hmm.
You head to the top, and you look to what you figure is south, and you see a sprawling gray lake.
Hey, Quirin,
Yeah?
think it was a good idea to put our most visible guy on the top of a tree?
Well, it was either that or you could climb it, and, there you are.
It's kind of past the point now, but
At
Do
this
I-
point, actually, Quirin and Zaz, you hear a voice in between you go, "Yes, you probably shouldn't have let him climb the tree." And as you both kind of jump and turn, there is Philip.
If you haven't noticed, he's kind of simple.
Yes.
Philip.
Well, that's relative.
It-
Yes.
This place is unforgiving. Although I'm sure I'm preaching to the choir on that one.
Oh, the palace is lush and green.
I meant
Oh.
here.
Oh,
Wait.
yes.
So you magically went to the you couldn't have taken us to the place that was safe?
The only time you should ever go to the palace is when you're passing through.
I guess unless you're a employee like you Shadar Kai.
Employee is a incorrect term.
Servant?
Follower is more apropos.
I'm gonna
However-
shout for Alaster to come down.
Alaster, you hear Zaz.
First, before that, I see this sprawling lake to the
Yes.
south.
Yeah.
Do I feel any wind? Do I smell anything? Do I get a sense of direction from? Is there any? This all looks like it's charred. Is there any smoke? Is there any
No.
fire?
No. There's nothing.
All right. I'll make my way back down and head back over, I guess.
All right. Philip kind of looks at you, all of you, and says, "Well, it appears that the locals have given you a welcome. But you survived.
Can we leave yet?
Yes. Yes, you can. And hopefully you don't have to come back here for a very long time.
Whatever.
Everyone passes through here. Even you will one day. Anywho, I believe it's time to go. And with the same action, he opens a similar looking portal, but instead of this one being purple and black, this one is blue and green. It's a very interesting pool of color. All right. Off you go.
Where's it headed to?
Exactly where we left.
Romp on through.
Okay.
Yeah, Zane's going through.
All right.
I'm gonna pick up a handful of dirt
Right.
and I'm gonna shove some of it in a pocket and add more of it into the bag of holding,
Okay.
and then I'll walk through.
All right.
Walking through.
Which leaves me. I just kind of like, yeah, like assuming on like home field. I just kind of like, if a prayer can't be heard in this place, it may as well not be, and just kind of like acknowledge the fact that I shouldn't have been here and yet I still lived, and then I'll just like go to shake Philip's hand and thank him.
He just kind of looks at you. He goes, "Be aware a favor was done for you and your friends today that might not be done in the future."
Should you ever need help, you know who to come to. And I'll step through the portal.
All right. So as the five of you step back in to the Snettiest dining room, Arthur and Janira sit at the table completely wide-eyed and in shock as the five of you step through. And Zane, as you step through, your mother bursts into tears. She runs up and hugs you, and
I
Arthur
love
kind of sits there and goes, "Where did you go? Where have you five been?"
What do you mean?
How long have we been gone?
It's a long story.
How long do you think you've been gone?
Half an hour?
Yeah,
We
20
weren't-
minutes?
We weren't here. We were someplace else.
Your mom looks at you. Zane, you've been gone for 9 weeks.
The fuck?
Who would like to go to the calendar?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Well-
shit.
So that's Slad.
That. Oh shit.
And that's where we're going to end
Oh.
tonight's session.
Oh. Oh.
Oh fuck.
We've been gone for 9 motherfucking weeks?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Your time is running out. All right. So with that, I think I've given everyone enough to think about over the next week. So thank you, everyone who stayed with us. I know it's late here for everyone in Eastern Standard Time. But hopefully we'll see you here next Sunday, 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. And as always, bon nuit.
Money.
Ennui.
Bon nuit.
Onward.